All right, we are back. Everything seems to be going wrong. I set up the camera with this new camera angle thing that I got, and the metal plate that glues onto my dashboard, the adhesive is just coming off, so there's a good chance that the camera's gonna fall at some point. And I forgot to put on the microphone. So that was cool. I got that set up. I was backing out of my driveway and my rear view camera doesn't seem to work anymore. Just out of the blue, it says rear view camera not available, please contact dealership. So looks like we're out the rear view camera, and like a peasant I had to do the old arm across, turn around and back up maneuver. So highly unfortunate news. Something else went wrong. I don't know, but that is not going to affect the lift, not at all. Today is back day, and this is the first back day in a month where I am fully hydrated, I am as carved up as I can be on a cut, and I am well rested. After IHOP this morning, I drank a bajillion gallons of water, and then I took a short nap, and we are feeling really good. I'm very excited for today. Feeling strong, everything feels really good. But in terms of what I'm going to do lift-wise, they have this, it's a chest-supported row, a plate-loaded chest-supported row, and I really like that machine. Something about it just feels really good. Once I'm I've pulled it, I don't know what the concentric movement, or I don't know. But something about that feels really good. I can go really heavy on that machine, so it definitely strokes the ego a little bit. I think I'll do some lat pull downs today. I have a weird relationship with lat pull downs where most of the time they don't feel great. I don't know what, I end up burning out my rotator cuffs before my back even starts to burn. So I might try lowering the weight a good bit and just doing some pretty huge volume, just so I get more lat burning out of that. So those two I think are definitely on the docket. And then I'm a big fan of the cable, what are they called? The pulls, cable pullovers or whatever. They also have a machine pullover, which tends to feel really nice. The only thing I don't like about it is that if for whatever reason you fail, you just fail a rep, you're not able to do it, I'm pretty sure it'll tear your top and bottom half apart. It will split my spinal cord. So if I see one of my fellas in there, I might have them kind of spot me, just so when I get to the failure point, they can help me squeeze out a couple extra sets or extra reps. But that is what I think is going to happen. My premonitions are normally correct, but we'll see. I'm not a big fan of the cable rows either, the one where you kind of put your feet up on the platform and you pull. It just never really felt good to me. I don't know. Back day's kind of a weird day for me, where very niche movements feel good, which is like 3 different movements, and then everything else doesn't feel great. But then there are days where it does feel great. I don't know. Got to play around with it. But I know today's going to feel great. I'm going to bring my little, we'll call it the magnet. I'm going to bring the magnet in with me. I'll see if I can't get a little bit of footage of some rows of some sort. As long as the gym isn't busy. If it's like crowded full of people, I probably won't bother. But we'll just have to see. We just have to see about that. But going back to the conversation about volume, there's always a big discourse on the TikTok community, or I guess the lifting community as a whole, where half the people say that high volume works and like that's how you do it, and like, yeah, high volume works. Look at Phil Heath. He won so many Mr. Olympias and he only does high volume and low weight. I mean, yeah, that shit works. But then other people will reference, oh well, Dorian Yates, he did very low volume, very high weight. Well, more towards the end of his career, I guess. But, you know, or like the one that everybody references, Mike Mentzer. 1 set of whatever, once a week, rest for the rest of the week. So what I get out of that is that there isn't like one correct way to do it. Just find what works for you and do it. If you prefer low volume, high weight, do it. Just as long as you are being intense in the gym and you are really killing it, I don't think it really matters what your training style is. As long as, you know, you're consistent and you're intense, and most importantly, your nutrition and your rest are like on point, you will make progress. That's like a guarantee. So there is no point in arguing about it. I see so many videos on TikTok of like guys, and they have that like, I'm gonna call it the TikTok accent, where they're like, guys, Sebum dropped his new best back workout. Tune into this to optimize your workouts. Like, no, the guy just, he has a preferred training style and it works for him. And like, you know for a fact he's killing it. Like, he's always intense in the gym. His nutrition is more on point than mine is. So it's kind of a no-brainer that whatever he does is probably going to work to some degree. So, you know, just do it. Just get in the gym. Find what works for you. Like, I think the most important thing when it comes to like this conversation is do whatever is the most fun for you. Not necessarily the most optimal, because I think the differences in how one would train versus the other it really isn't significant as long as both people are training to their like utmost intensity, and like, of course, diet and rest are on top. Like they are solid with that. That's what matters at the end of the day. So find what works best for you. I kind of find a happy medium between the two. I don't have like a set number of sets and reps. I do have a minimum number. So in terms of sets, my minimum is like 5 sets. Like if I'm in the gym and I get to set number 5, every single set has felt phenomenal. And like by the time I finish my 5th set, I am at peak pump. Like there's no way it'll get better than where I'm at right there. Everything else would just be fluff work. Yeah, then I'll call it at 5 sets. That rarely happens, but I will do it. And the same goes for volume. My minimum number is 8. I just don't feel good about a set where I only did like 3 reps. It doesn't feel right to me. That's not to say that it like isn't correct. Like if you do a set of 3 reps, like it doesn't count. Like of course it counts. It's just personal preference. So minimum of 8. But if I get to the point where I'm like doing 30 reps of whatever movement, you know, that's kind of the sign of, okay, I need to up the weight or just do something else. So there's not much else to discuss. I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about after the lift. Very excited for today. I think we're going to have a phenomenal pump, but I will see you guys very shortly. Back to the original camera angle. So the sticky thing that I have is not working anymore. And I'm kind of considering just, you know, duct taping it or something. I think that might be what I have to do. But for now, you'll have to get this camera angled. But that was a phenomenal back day. That, I could not ask for a better back day. Went very heavy. Everything felt good. Got a phenomenal pump. And I got to see a lot of my fellas today. I haven't seen any of them in like a month. They have all been wondering where I've been. So, got to talk to them for a while. Sat there and I chit-chatted. But let's discuss the lift. So, after warming up for a little while on the cables, they have a hammer strength chest supported press, or I'm sorry, row, that I kind of I hinted at on the way to the gym, and that's exactly what I did. We went pretty heavy on that, and you guys, I'm sure you were shocked to see the actual recording in the gym. I found the magnetic thing worked really well. It was covert. It didn't take up any space. So I was able to record some of that. The audio had to get muted because the way that I record these, like actual lifts, is that I have to do screen recording on my phone, like while it's like on selfie mode, without actually clicking record, because if I click record, it won't let me listen to my music while I lift, and that lifting without music means I get a 15% debuff to my strength levels. So you'll get to see some either just completely mute video clips, or maybe I'll put like a copyright free something or other on it. But regardless, looked good, felt even better. I think I did 3 sets of that. On the 3rd set, I dropped it by 1 plate. So started with 4 plates. Last set was 3 plates, slow and controlled. After that, I moved on. I did 2 sets of lateral, what are they called? Lat pull downs. First set felt pretty good, but the rate at which my lats get fatigued versus my shoulders was a little narrow. So I was able to get a good burn in my lats on the first set before my shoulders kind of like burned more. Second set didn't feel that great, so I did a superset of cable pullovers. So did that for a few sets. Then I moved on to the machine like pullover. Didn't feel that great, I'm not gonna lie. I did 1 set of that, and I figured I'd call it there. Or not figured, like I was the state of the pump at that point was the peak. It certainly felt like it. So I was satisfied. Everything looked good pump wise. And then I did a little rear delt, just some lying face pulls, full stack, for like maybe 6 sets, something like that, just to get a good pump in the rear delts. And after that, drank my protein shake and had a personal yap session with the fellas. And here we are. So this video is recorded today, but it'll get posted tomorrow. I've just got to figure out my editing skills. I'm not much of a edit person, so I'll have to figure that out. But regardless, I think you will be very satisfied with this video. But that's all I have for today. No cardio tomorrow. Go ahead. There you go. Yep. No cardio tomorrow. I've got to work tomorrow. I work these 12-hour shifts, so you will not catch me doing cardio after work. That would kill me. So arms in the morning. I can't promise a lot of recording. I'm just very pressed for time on the days that I have to work. So don't worry, you will get a yap session. That is a guarantee. But recording in the gym, maybe hard pressed to get that. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. But regardless, that is the plan. So I will catch you guys later.